Ensure a healthy start to your new year with Momentum Health.
South Africa has the second highest incidence of skin cancer in the world, just after Australia, amongst its fair-skinned population. So with the holidays upon us, our children's exposure to the sun quadruples, which requires extra vigilance from you and I as parents, because it's the amount of sun exposure you get before your 20s that increases your risk for melanomas. As for sunbeds, it's been shown that in general, using a tanning bed will increase your risk of developing skin cancer by 100%, so don't even think of it. Tanned skin is damaged skin, and sunburn is a scar, so sun protection is key. Imagine that your skin normally burns or begins to burn after about 10 minutes in full sun without any protection. A 30 SPF sun protection factor sunscreen will provide 30 times the protection of no sunscreen. That means 30 times longer before you start to burn, or in this case, 30 times 10, 300 minutes. That's 5 hours, so one application should do it for the day, right? Not so fast. If you're swimming or sweating a lot, you should reapply hourly. Even if the sunscreen has an SPF of 100, claims to be sweat-proof, waterproof, and provides all-day protection. Also remember that reapplying sunscreen does not start the clock over, it just replaces what has worn off. As a young person or a concerned parent, let me encourage you to protect your skin today to avoid any unwanted surprises in years to come.
We all need a little bit of sunshine for some vitamin D, but too much of a good thing is not so good.
South Africans love their summer, and we all enjoy watching sport, whether it's watching cricket or watching golf or participating in it ourselves. And I think those are the great times. We have such great weather here in South Africa, and we all love being outdoors. If you spend any amount of time in the sun unprotected, it's you expose your skin to a whole range of different things which are not good for it. So it's you've got to take care, you've got to protect yourself. One of the threats that you can have when you spend a lot of time out in the sun is things like cancer and skin cancer, and those things are really dangerous, and you don't often see them now. You see them only much later, and it's kind of like, what can I do about it then? But it's almost too late, and the treatment that you require then after that is very, very expensive. Cure for skin cancer and so on is often, as I said, they're often really, really expensive, and those often are standard kind of cancer treatments. It depends how severe it is, often operations to cut out melanomas and so on. Those aren't nice things to do. If you want a cure for it, it's the prevention against it. It's wearing the suntan cream and the caps and making sure that you're not spending a lot of time outside in the harsh sunlight. Momentum stands for the slogan, your financial wellness. You can't rebuy your health. It's not something you can purchase. Any one of us would love to rebuy healthcare later in life. Spending a little bit of money now and buying an umbrella and a few couple of items like that to protect yourself against the sun, really, really big. You can spend $500,000 up to R1 million later in your life just in today's money, just trying to get treatment against cancer.
If you think our summers are long, international cricketer JP Duminy spends up to 10 months of the year chasing summer from one country to the next, hitting massive sixes along the way. You'll also recognise his lovely wife Sue, often caught on camera cheering him on from the stands. Now, an injury will be keeping JP out of the crease for the rest of the season, but off the pitch for the Proteas means time to be on the couch for us, which is great. JP had no intention of getting injured, nobody ever does, but now you find yourselves with a free summer. What are you going to do with yourself?
That's a good question. Well, I guess the first thing is to make sure that I do my rehab properly, but also get to spend time with family and friends over the festive season. I think it probably 5-6 years the last time I spent a Christmas with family, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So is this a good or a bad thing? Because I can imagine for a professional athlete not being able to play and having to sit and watch his team can be terrible. I mean, is he happy to be, that's a loaded question, Of course you are, Tell us the truth.
A bittersweet thing, yeah. I think he gets frustrated. I mean, he used to training every single day, and now suddenly he's just at home and he needs to watch his teammates play, and he wants to get involved and he gets excited, but it is frustrating.
Does he yell at the television set?
I heard him this morning, I think at 4. I heard a yell.
Okay. So guys, we're not the only ones yelling at the TV, JP does it as well. But listen, how are you going to keep sort of shape and fitness and form while you're injured? Because that's the big issue. 6 months with nothing.
Look, I've got a doctor's appointment within the next week, and then starting physio as well. So I guess it's all about working with them and trying to figure out what I can and can't do. I've got a new fitness trainer in my wife here at home, and doing a bit of boxing just to keep, you know, the blood flowing a bit.
Okay,
With gloves on.
So boxing with your wife's okay if you've got gloves on, you know?
With gloves on. Yeah, no, she keeps the pads, sorry.
Okay,
so
just explain that to us, JP. Okay,
that's pretty much what I've been doing for now.
That's great. So what are those workouts like? I mean, what's it like having your husband kind of go at you with boxing?
We need to be quite creative now with the training and stuff, so you'll be on the floor most of the time, boxing, doing sit-ups.
So hang on a second. On the floor, boxing. Guys, I just got to get that picture out of my mind quickly. Okay.
Skipping with one leg. So we managed to do that. Yeah, so...
Actually, that's something worth mentioning to our audience. An injury doesn't mean you can't keep exercising. With no exercise, your cardio fitness will decrease measurably in 2 weeks. But with some reduced training, you can maintain your fitness for several months. Just remember the cardinal rules. If it hurts, don't do it. Don't actively involve your injured body part, as JP was saying, skipping with one leg. And of course, listen to your therapist or your wife. They know best. Who's the most health conscious in the family here?
Probably my wife.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind an odd McDonald's burger here and there. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but yeah, for most of us, or cricketers, it's all about moderation. Look, we do quite a bit of training, so we're burning quite a bit of calories along the way. So yeah, I try and be as healthy as possible.
Oh, and what are the non-negotiables when you travel? I think you travel with a kit, don't you? Like a nutritional kit and a travel kit. I mean, tell us what's in that bag. Give us some of the secrets of traveling abroad.
Well, traveling, because we travel so much and often, I think, you know, you get to take a lot of things with you because you want to make it comfortable when you get to the other side, because we spent like a month or two in a hotel. So I packed little snacks and a little medical kit.
Wow.
We were in India a few years ago and I had first-hand experience of the infamous Delhi belly. And that wasn't great.
No, that isn't great.
So, you know, phoning a doctor at 3 in the morning and it's not great, especially in a subcontinent country. So
that's right.
I'm prepared now. I've got a little kit with me and, yeah.
You spend an extraordinary amount of time in the sun. What do you do to prevent the skin cancers? I mean, Aussie captain right now, Michael Clark. I think in 2005 he got skin cancer. Andy Flower, England's coach, also melanoma. So what do you do to prevent that actually happening to you?
I guess the key is to make sure that you're putting on sunblock, you know, throughout the day, especially if you're in the field most of the day. So yeah, factor 50 is probably the best way to go. And
so you got quite a dark skin, but I think you have fair hair, or... Okay, now you've got to come and tell us the truth, man. You know? That is fair hair, though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how do you protect your skin?
Well, same. I don't leave house without a 50 on my face. When I go in the sun, it's always a 30 on my body. I'm not a fan of lying in the sun, so it's always a bit of a self-tan mixed with my lotion.
Oh, okay, that's probably one of the best
way
bits
to go.
of advice. Tan from a can, yeah, ban the tan. Well done. How did he ask you to marry you?
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Come on, I just want to... Sorry, that's completely unmedical. I suddenly thought, the medical stuff is fine, but we actually want to know the personal stuff. So how did he do it? I mean, did he...
We were in the Maldives having dinner. We had these beautiful little chalets out on the sea. And we had dinner the one evening, very quiet, just the two of us and sea. And we finished our dinner and he said he's just going to get some dessert. And I just put a blindfold on me from behind. And I thought, all right, this is very romantic. I'm going to taste what dessert he's going to feed me. And he says, all right, take it off. And I took it off, and there was this massive cake in front of me, written with chocolate, will you marry me?
Oh, wow.
And
Respect, man.
So here's the catch. It actually didn't say, will you marry me? They got the spelling wrong.
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
Yeah, will you marry me?
That is beautiful,
man. True Cape Town stuff, yeah.
And you said?
I said, are you sure you want to do this?
Wow.
Got a bit nervous there at one stage, but eventually she did say yes.
That's great. Good decision, guys. It's fantastic. JP, thank you so much. Get better quickly, man. We need you back on the pitch. I was going to shake your hand, but how do you handle a handshaking? Because that's kind of lots of bugs you keep passing on from hundreds of people. Fist pump. Okay. There we go. Guys, let's give them a round of applause. JP and Sue Duminy, how wonderful, man.
Ensure a healthy start to your new year with Momentum Health.